Ruby Life Pools is one of the new dungeons introduced in the new World of Warcraft expansion Dragonflight. These pools are the ancestral nesting ground for the 5 dragonflights that were gifted with Titan power. The Primalists have come to change the future of these flights forever, and adventurers have been called upon to stop them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay to the end to hear some explanation and speculation on where we think the story is headed. Come, take a seat by the fire. The nesting grounds are of the utmost importance to all of the dragonflights, ensuring the continuation of their kind. But they are most sacred to the Red Flight, the protection of all life and the future of dragonkind is their sacred duty. The Primalists are seeking to undo the touch of the Titans and return the race of dragons to what they believe is their natural state. The Primalists are the fanatical followers of the primal incarnates. Long ago, the dragon incarnates chose not to side with the Titans or the other aspects, believing the power of the dragons gave them the right to rule over Azeroth. In the ensuing war, these incarnates turned back to the elements, infusing themselves with its raw power. To do this, they will infuse the eggs with the primordial elemental magic in place of the order magic they believe that stains the flights. It is with this fervent belief that Melidrusa Chillwind, convinced that she is protecting dragonkind, leads the efforts within their halls. Her mastery over primal ice will test our adventurer's resolve. But even with her biting cold overcome, it quickly becomes apparent that the threat is far from over. If the eggs cannot be infused here, the Primalists will attempt to steal them away. As they venture deeper, things begin to heat up. The Blazebound are assaulting the pools from all sides, the licking flames overwhelming what defenders remain, and at their head is Kokia Blazehoof, conjuring molten fire to cause as much destruction as possible. From magma elementals to rolling death balls of fire, all of it must be overcome to safeguard the future of dragonkind. Then, even with Kokia's downfall, the schemes are not at an end. Roaming the skies above, providing aerial support, is a massive proto-dragon named Kyraka and his primalist rider Erkhart Stormvane. They have been coordinating the assault and preventing any dragons from stepping in to help. The combined elemental power of fire and storm is fearsome, and if they were left unchecked, they would reduce the pools to ash and blow it into the wind. The Primalists fight with such passion, believing their cause is just. From their perspective, it is, and we, as the players, siding with the aspects might not be the heroes defeating the great evil that we would like to think. In our last video, which we have linked in the top right and the description, we talked about the infused water that makes up the magical energies of the Well of Eternity, and how we touched on how that had a profound effect on the dragons, and any creature really that came into contact with it. We highly suggest, before carrying on here, you should watch that one first. However, for a short summary, the water that permeates the pools of life, and the Dragon Isles in particular, in general is a highly concentrated spirit water, infused with elemental power and bound by arcane magic in order to produce a certain effect. These effects can include, but are not limited to, altering appearance, increasing intelligence, creating a more docile, and possibly a more subservient mind. This altering of the dragons can easily be dismissed as a good thing, but for a moment let's play some role reversal. Imagine being so powerful that they are seen as gods come to your world, and suddenly all the rules change. You are no longer allowed to make your own choice. You were to be altered to more suit their needs, or allowed to exist as long as you swore fealty. How would you feel? This is exactly what happened to the primal incarnates, the specifics of which we have only just begun to scratch the surface on. The aspects tend not to share their wealth of knowledge with mortals. There is so much of this ancient war we do not know, but we here at the campfire do not believe we are being told the whole truth. The aspects also lied about the nature of Galacrond, which was revealed to us much later. But what difference is there with dragons tempered by the power of order magic versus dragons tempered by the primal elements? The only difference, it seems, is which one benefits us mortals the most. We do not believe that we are being set up into a direct conflict with the Dragonflights themselves, although Nosdormu and the Infinite Flight are excluded from that, as that's an entire video in and of itself. But more that this introduces some grey areas. Outside of the dungeon itself, we are shown that the aspects are trying to reclaim their aspect power once more, after having expended it to defeat Deathwing. They believe that in order to restore themselves, they must first restore their Oathstones. These stones are essentially symbolic contracts for dragons. The oaths they represent are the charges bestowed on them from the Titans. They are seeking to re-establish these oaths and return to a status quo. So the aspects and most of dragonkind see the changes the Titan magic brought as a positive thing, just as I'm sure the Night Elves see themselves as more evolved from their original dark troll heritage. But does this mean it's true? The revelation of this answer is most likely some time away, and possibly may never be answered in any definitive form. Instead, it becomes a very interesting storytelling and leaves us as the audience to answer this moral quandary. With the order in the life pools restored, the Oathstones reaffirmed, and the magical water being pumped once more, we are well on our way to the beginning of a new age of dragons. What do you think? Are we truly the beloved children of the Titans? Or discarded thread in the great tapestry they are weaving through the universe? Tell me what you think in the comments, and don't forget to come back anytime.